Hi, this is Star coming through with a little bit of Stardust, giving you a little sprinkle, giving you a little bit of data that will help you to improve your way of thinking, your way of speaking, and your way of relating to others, right? Because truly, everyone is a star. We're all made of stardust, and we shine naturally like stars. So it's time that we begin to take on the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the stars, right? And so that's what the purpose of this channel is to encourage you to recognize your star-like qualities and to the more you think about those things, the more you become those things that you think about. And the more you think about a thing, the more you'll speak about that thing. And that will be the thing that you attract to you. So, this is a channel for those who are interested in learning how to communicate effectively and who would like to learn how to communicate, right? And open your mouth and say what you truly mean without insulting another person, violating the rights of another person, or controlling other people, right? Because when we're in control of who we are, then we are able to be who we are naturally. So about a thing about being able to have self control is all about knowing who you are, right? Knowing what your why is. So this channel is so that others can discover their why, right? And like I said, we're all stars. We're all made of stardust. So it's time that we really gather the news and the data, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding that we need so that we can operate effectively like stars, right? And sprinkle the shine all the time, right? So today we want to talk about one quality of a star is that they shine. But what's really causing them to shine, right? What is it that is causing a star to shine? And it's actually the fire within, right? So, my favorite quote from one of my favorite people that existed on the earth and was able to transcend this life and all of the things that life throws at you. His name is Jesus Christ, right? And there's this one statement that he reiterated throughout his ministry, even though it was short lived. And that was the kingdom of heaven is within you. And when we tap into the kingdom of heaven that is within, we have access to flames of fire. And when you become a flame of fire, you overload your enemies, right? With truth. Because you should know the truth and the truth should set you free. Free is to be you. Freedom, right? To think the way you think, freedom to talk the way you think, and freedom to do life the way that you think. And so when you begin to operate from these principles of shining, which is applying the right wisdom, the right knowledge, and the right understanding to your life and to each individual situation, you begin to have the ability to paralyze your opposition. And we do want to paralyze our opposition because sometimes life does throw us curves and we end up in dry places, right? So when we end up in our dry place, we need to be able to tire out our enemies, right? That are dwelling in that dry place and send confusion into the camp of the enemy and decree civil war on the camp of the enemy and provoke them to expose themselves, right? Which is to reveal their names and to say who they are and whose they are. And with continuous bombardment of the right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, not only will your enemies flee from you, right? But you paralyze the opposition. So they have to stop immediately, right? And then you get to send them to the pit from which they came. So this channel is all about helping you shine because you're a star, an all-star shine, right? So we are going to ignite the fire within, shine without, enlighten ourselves as well as others, and engage the rest, right? Because every day I look in the mirror and I say, I see beauty. And every person that I meet and I have contact with, and that includes you too, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I see beauty. I want you to ignite the fire within, shine without, enlighten yourself as well as others, and engage the rest. And then you can truly look in the mirror and say, I see beauty. And it's confidence and not arrogance, right? Because we don't want to be arrogant. Because arrogant is not dealing with the truth. And one thing that I will do as I shine and glow, it is live in truth, right? Live my truth, live in truth, and live in peace with man and God, right? Because I want the favor of God and man. Because I got to live here on this earth with men. And when this time on earth is over and I transcend, I'm going to be with my Father that's in heaven, right? And so his will is going to be done on this earth as it is in heaven in my life. Not just today, but every day. So I am Star Biz, the author of the Peachy Panties You Create 52 Reasons to Close Your Legs. And I wrote it under my pen name, Latrice Star Jones. And you can look that up on Amazon. And hopefully you go pick it up on Amazon, read the book. It's a short read. And hopefully it inspires you to get into your truth, start journaling, and start knowing what your purpose is and what God's will for your life is, and to start doing that work so that you're no longer just a hearer of God's word, but you become a doer of his word, because that's what he desires and that's what he requires. And we want to be in the right state of mind, and we want to say the right things to the right people, right? So that we can have what? Peace that passes all understanding. So the Peachy Panties You Create is a book that I wrote, and it's so that 365 days a year, 7 days a week, and 12 months out of the year, 24 hours in a day, I want you to know who you are and what your next level is, right? And so that's about having the right mindset and having the basics, which is the right business, right, that you're thinking about and speaking about and doing. So that is in your personal life as well as your professional. And it's having the right associates in your personal life as well as professional. And it's having and applying your skills professionally and personally. And it's about having the right intellect and communication style, right? And service, right? So you have to know your why so that you can know who you are to service, right? Because we're all here to service others. In fact, that's really how entrepreneurs become successful. It's because they have learned a way to serve people in a way that is necessary or essential, something that people need and want, right? So, my goal, I'm not just an entertainer and I'm not just an artist, but I'm a motivator, a public speaker, a journalist, a news reporter, and a beauty advisor, right? And a lifelong learner. Okay, so I have the combination of all that right along with sales, right? Customer service and marketing. That is my specialty. I love to help business businesses do better. I love to help business owners get started, and I love to help businesses improve on their bottom line. So, I am a business development specialist. That is my specialty. Every day, no matter where I go or what I'm doing, there is always one person that I get to tell these basic principles to about knowing what's your one thing and your purpose that God's put you here for, and doing the work, doing the service, serving the people that you were put here to serve. Because we're all put here to serve, and you just need to find out who it is that you need to serve so you can get into your one thing, so you can get into your peace, and you can get into your prosperity and your good health and your good wealth. Okay? And then you can pass that down to your next generation. So that's what this is about, generational wealth, right? And so God has given us the ability to get wealth. He's given us the power to get wealth. And so recognizing who you are, which is a star, is the number one secret to your power to get wealth. And so we're going to learn methods of how to take care of ourselves, right? So this is about self-care. It's about the surgery that we need to do on our urgencies. And this is not going to be like a normal visit to your doctor, but this is going to be the results, right, that you've been seeking and wanting. And you've probably been going everywhere looking for it instead of looking on the inside, where Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And that's what we want to tap into, is that kingdom of heaven that is within